Hello, everyone. Hello, guys. Can you guys hear me? This is almost 2 years. The OET hold me down. Last year, I couldn't apply because of OET. I did my step 1, step 2. I couldn't do step 3 because of OET. And my step 1, step 2 is one time I passed. But this OET really, I'm so happy now that finally I passed. My name is Sunday Iziogo. Originally, I'm from Nigeria, but I'm here in US in Baltimore. So, and I'm also working as a nurse. I'm already a nurse before I went to medical school. So, yeah, originally I'm from Nigeria, but I reside in US here in Baltimore, Maryland.
Thank you for explaining your experience with us. It was really fantastic, and I think you applied many of the points that Father took in his videos, and you are explaining the scales and between the commas that are in different videos that Father already uploaded. We also got many information from his videos, and your explanation and your experience sharing is really great. And I think many of other people can watch this and they will get inspired from your words. Thank you so much for that. And also, really, we need to thank Father for giving us like this free platform for OET studies. And thank you, Father, for that.
What I did was I do online, I do in class. In class for here, let's say because we do it in New York, in class is 580 each time. Each one of 580. Then if you do online, $455 US dollars though. Yeah. Oh. And that's how we spend, and it's been like I think about 16 times. So if he multiply that, it's over $10,000. Is very helpful. I really appreciate what Father did, and God I pray my prayer that God will continue to keep him long life for helping people like this. And he's not collecting money. I've spent a huge amount of money. I still have most of them subscribed for 6 months, 7 months. I still have them, So how much? Sometimes almost $300, $250, $400. But I paid Father nothing. Nothing. And they even added me to the Telegram group without anything. I will just say that this is the really work of God anyway. It has been a little bit challenge for the OET, man. I cannot lie you. I really, really appreciate your handwork. It really helped me a lot. Or close to $10,000. I'll spend it on it. Yes. 580 each time. Then if I do online is a little lesser. 455. It's a huge amount. The Father lecture was like 3 months I followed. But the first month was even consistently. It was when I started learning these model verbs, absolutes, the skills, and all those opposite questions, opposite answers. I started applying it when I was listening. I see, this makes sense. So this is good. Sometimes I don't even understand, but what I say often, most, I have no pay attention to those questions. And sometimes when I'm reading, if I see a comma, in between comma, long text in between comma, who doesn't make sense, they try to use that to throw you off. So I don't really bother, I'll leave it. Like Father always tells us, when it's in between comma, that thing doesn't really make sense. It's like a compliment. It's just to complete sentences. It doesn't help you to understand what they're saying. That's so that could distract you or not to waste your time. So all those things, I really apply it, and it really, really helped. To be honest, I've been calling Father, tested him, and sent him my result. If I haven't seen him and they have not seen me, why am I appreciating him, thanking him? We never see each other. He never even talked to me like. So I know reason why, because I know he's him the one that helped me. But he don't know. We're not here together. So, but in my head, I know why I passed. Because I come across his lecture. So that's why I keep testing him, greeting him, thanking him. He doesn't even know me, like, we haven't talked, he haven't do anything with me. He only know who I am anyway. So, but I'm a Christian. I say I must show appreciation to this man because I really learned from this father. So that's all I have much. It's the best thing is if you can, when you go to the exam hall, sometimes when we go there, our heart will be jumping up, boom, boom, boom. But put it back of your mind. All those clues, Don't forget it. All those clues. Anywhere you get a run out of time or you kind of stuck, use that clue. Look at the answer options. Once you find all those clues that Father always tell us, you know, try to apply them. Try to apply them, you know. So that's what really helped me. Some area I don't really understand, like as I said, but I just use when I see that the clues like almost, the also option that's opposite each other. I look detail both too. I try to pay attention there too and say, which one? Then anyone that have anything related, like when let's say they're speaking about something negative, if you look at the answer option, if you see anything negative regarding, you might not understand, but all you understand is that they're saying negative thing about that answer. Maybe the author doesn't like. That's all you understand. But if you read in the text, basically you will not really understand. But all you feel that all they're saying is that author doesn't support. You will do that the answer option. Look at anyone that will relate to that. That's all. That's all they do. That's all. It's just tricky. It's not that it's hard or so educated. It's just tricky. And the tricky is those clues. So, and that really helped me. I'm really because it kept me there for, you can imagine, 2 years. I couldn't participate. I just fill out the errors and did everything. I cannot waste my money to apply because they cannot accept me without getting certification from ECFMG. Thank you so
Hi.
much. It is my pleasure to talk to you all today. It's been a while. I used to follow Father's lecture most of the time, and normally I didn't know earlier. It was about a couple of months ago. My friend told me about Father. Then I went online. On YouTube, I saw him and I was listening to the lecture. It was completely different from what I have been practicing. And I have done this exam for many, many, many times. I couldn't pass. But based on what I started learning from Father, is this exam is very, very common sense. Just the trickiness, the tricky they put in there that make us, because of exam anxiety, and some of us don't really pay attention to little mistake, and that's why we're not passing it. I have a couple of friends who are also struggling like I did, and even now, some of them have not actually passed, which I called them and told them what I saw. That since I started watching father's video, all the lectures on YouTube, even also the communication in a Telegram, they all really help. Okay, to start with, let me say one thing. Based on my own exam though, for the reading part, let's say the reading part B, right? Those are skills that father always tell us. Like complete three questions, I didn't read at all. I just read the question and the answer option. The answer option already there. I didn't bother to read the text. And I did it with the hope, with the confidence for what I learned from father. And it works out. First time ever. I've done this exam like, I haven't actually calculated it, but roughly with over 50, more than 15 times. Yeah. So this one, and these are the first time I did not run out of time. So first of all, the first question I met in party reading B was they told me the exam, the question. When I read it, I look at one of them say all. I remember father always say all. The second one say about most. Then the other one read something there's no absolute, there's no modal verb. And I said, this one's all of them. I remember what father always tell us. I didn't even bother to check these two. I just left the two. I picked the last one. And I believe that's the right answer because that's why I passed. The fifth question, the same thing. The sixth question, the same thing. And I was able to finish reading B very fast. And I start reading C. Reading C, the same thing applicably, all those opinion, facts really, really matters. And I also pay attention to wrong sentences. They use that a lot, but we don't know. If you don't really have an idea, you will not know. There's a lot of wrong statement on the answer options. And if not because of exam anxiety, if you actually pay attention very well to father's lecture, when you're answering those questions, exactly what it is saying, when you read them, you will see most of them are not even correct based on the test, based on the question and the test you read. It's not at all. One of them was significantly show. And I also discovered some other question, like I saw two options that are completely opposite to each other. Even though the scenario, I couldn't even understand it. It's a long test with a different big vocabulary word, which I don't really understand. But once I look at the answer options and I see both the A part and the C part that are different or they are opposite each other, I pay attention to that particular two. So one of them have something related to what I saw in the test. And I said, okay, oh, this is opposite each other. I know these two is one of them is the right answer. So if you could remember, because the problem is when you get in the exam hall, they're anxious. The exam anxiety will make you forget everything. Your mind, your brain will completely off. But if you could have the confidence to remember this lecture we're having from the father, it will really help. It will really help. That thing before I told you I've done the exam for long, many multiple times. But each time, I will know even when I get there, everything will go off. Even when I'm listening, I don't even pay attention. I'll get confused. Now, for listening part, right? Listening A wasn't too bad. Then the listening B and listening C. That's where the father's lecture really worked very hard. Because, for example, as listening B, right? I have a couple of them that I get confused. Because while they are speaking, I'm listening, and towards the end, small time you will see them, everything is gone, they stop. But as I look at the topic synthesis, what they ask, what does the question say? So sometimes I use the knowledge that I acquire from father's lecture to answer the question. I didn't really get all the gist, all what they speak. I didn't get, but I use that the common sense in the normal life living. What could this be? I mean, let's say you went to doctor now, he knows the pattern that what the doctor asks you first, how do you respond? What are the normal thing doctor always asks patient first before anything else? And those are the things. This is not something, because sometimes we tend to overread, overanalyze. But if you follow this further pattern, it's very helpful. It's common, they tricky, all of them. Not that it's really, so you have to be a PhD holder before you can pass. No, you have to know the pattern. You have to know how this work and exactly what father is telling us. The absolute, the moral verb, those scale. If you can remember them, if their exam anxiety can allow you to remember them when you're doing it, you'll be good. You'll be good. Some of them I just guess based on the knowledge I get from father, based on the instruction what he normally tells us to do. I just follow that. And I say, okay, let me just reason this. If I go to the what should I do? I don't really get the point of what they are speaking. You understand? I did that for listening B, then for listening C, the setting applicable I use. There's one particular one question they talk about the old woman came because the topic of it is osteoarthritis. So and in my mind focus on anything related to osteoarthritis. How does old people feel it? What did they? Those are the things my mind focus on. The topic synthesis matter. That topic synthesis know that all what they're going to be talking about is about osteoarthritis. Then osteoarthritis, and I relate them to the old age and what are normally consequences they normally feel, what are the burden, and what are the symptoms they always complain. So if you have that back of your mind that what they are all talking about is osteoarthritis, then whatever question is going, sometimes you see the answer options, they are off. Some of the answer options are off on osteoarthritis. So that's how really helped me. So I tend to relate whatever option they have to osteoarthritis, anything related to osteoarthritis. Because this one I first talk about what causes osteoarthritis and the diagnosis, and also they continue like about treatment and the best management and how to avoid it. So that's how they talk about. And some of them will be clear, you will know, but some you'll be confused. They will tend to confuse you. At the beginning, they will say what will make you to answer the correct question. At towards the end, they will say some word who is one of the options. And if you know really, if you never listening to your father's lecture, you will follow the one they say, which at the end of that speaking, they might say something related to one of the question, one of the answer options. Why that's not the road what they want you to pick? They have seen the answer in the beginning of the speaking, but towards the end they will mention name something that in one of the answer options. So, and that one they will say it's slow, so it can enter your brain. You will think that is the answer. Why that one they mention is not the answer. The one that the right answer is even not mentioned. It was indirect. They mentioned it indirect. They did not actually mention any word in that particular one as the answer. So those are the things I used because I listened to further lecture almost every day before the exam, every day more multiple times. So I do it over and over, over and over, over and over. Even some of the things I've been doing before, I repeat it, try to imagine what Father been saying to that and see why this is answer. Sometimes something I've been failing over and over. When I listen and reason it with what they say, I know that this answer is not direct. They never say direct. It is indirect. And the one that we have, the answer option that have direct thing they said is wrong. And that's what always kills me because before when I hear they say pain or somebody have a lesion or something, so I will be, whenever I see lesion in any answer option, I'll try to pick them. One, those one they mentioned is hardly be the correct answer. The correct answer always be the indirect ones they didn't mention. But based on that speaking, we know that's what they are talking about. And that is exactly what Father be teaching. That absolutely really, really helped me for some question I didn't even read. Once I see all, most, often, I see that I say, this is Father always say this is not correct answer. I just leave it. I didn't even bother to go back and read the text and see if this, and it really worked out. I never knew I was gonna pass. When I see the result, I was so surprised. I was so surprised. Because the what I discover is that what we are learning online, the one we are listening online, they are not explaining some basic things we need to know. And those what OET are looking on us, basic things, basic. We reading something even more higher than what they're giving us. There's a problem. Some of us who have out from school for a while, who doesn't know those pronouns, verb, noun, all those kind little thing, how to put them together when they're looking for now. He will be leading PhD people's work and we not get you pass. Because I see a bunch of people that are still struggling right now, those who have been doing it for long, and I already told them. One of them, yesterday called me. I told him to listen to Father's prayer because I don't, base that is not in here in US. Some of them we know follow people outside. We believe people why they don't really go do those little detailed things that Father is telling us. They don't. They're just giving us the question, and if you don't have the skill from beginning, you don't have the knowledge, you will not pass. It doesn't matter how educated you are, but if you have those basic things, that's what the OET is looking for us, and that really helped me. So Father's lecture really helped me a lot, a lot, a lot. I have Father's lecture in all my computer, everywhere in my home, my phone at work. I'm listening to it. Even though because of the time difference, sometimes I don't join you guys in the live video, in live YouTube, because most of the time, like now, we're still in the morning time here, around 8 a.m. here. So that is why. But if you can, when you're doing the exam, tend to remember all these things that Father is telling us is really, really help. It really, really help. Yeah, it really, really help. Because those are the things they're asking us. It's very tricky. It's not that it's really, sometimes you see some big vocabulary, some word that you don't read the meaning. But if you reason them based on this, our learning from Father, you will get the answer. You don't have to really know what does the word mean. Because some of the one I see, I don't know, especially in the logical questions. Those ones, they ask me a couple of words, I don't know, what does that mean? But what I always have in mind is, if it is the noun, I'll read the question before then, a sentence, is the paragraph before that one, I see. If they put there, I'll focus because Father always, when you see there, if after a couple of sentences and I come and say, there means referring back. You have to go look at the thing back, means they already speak about the thing. So now that there means the front thing they're going to talk about. So those nouns, once you see nouns, sometimes you don't even see how many of this could be the answer. But what they're saying at the back, sometimes they use sentences in the whole question. Sometimes they ask you specifically like a word, one kind of word as I don't know. Yeah, sometimes what they are saying will tell you. That's what I try to come up on. So it's very, very the father lecture was really, really helpful for me. I'm so happy now that finally I passed. And I see some people also struggling the same way. Because basically some of them already finished medical school and in debt, they have money they borrowed, and they doesn't want to. There's nothing else they can do except to continue to fight and see if they can get it so they can match. That's the absolute father living. Sometimes I don't even look. I just read. I just go.
Yes.
I just go, and I didn't run out of time for my reading. See, right? I still have like 2 minutes, 3 minutes left. You can imagine if I never get like that. So, and when let's say they ask me what does the author, whatever name Jones, what does Otto Jones, what is the attitude of Otto Jones? I just go exactly what he told us. I just looking for Otto Jones. It's a long test. We have different author there, but I look for Otto Jones. And again say said by Otto Jones. I read those sentences, try to figure out what does that mean. And I'll go to the answer option. Exactly. That makes me fast. Yeah. Before when I ask that, right, I try to read the whole thing. I would think maybe if I don't read the whole thing, I will not understand. I didn't know that's even know. I just look for that particular name. Look at what he said, then go compare with the answer options. So it's a good experience from you. Thank you. I would say maybe if there's anywhere, next time where people can send something for donation, I know it doesn't want the money at all. But
No, sorry. Sorry, you can help others, but then, some poor people from Nigeria, you can help them. We don't have an account. I don't have an account at all for Edu Skills. This platform, I don't have an account. I don't want to keep an account because I want to serve the poor. So
thank
definitely
you so much.
Yeah.
God will continue to bless you and keep you healthy, long life.
Responsibility. You have to spread this to everybody which you know, and let them study OET in a free platform. So encourage others and spread this to many others in your country. And we are happy to hear that you are from another country and you are using Eduskills. Actually, Eduskills is international. And we are so happy that very country people are getting father's videos, and you are doing that very well. And so your responsibility is to spread this to many others. That's a thing which you need to do for us. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Really, your words are better than anything else. It's we all are very much happy to hear your words, because it will be an inspiration for many people.
Yes.
So thank you. Once again, thank you very much. We all are thankful for you, because really your words are grateful. Because all your words are coming from inside your heart.
Yeah.
That's
I'm very, very happy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your beautiful words. Okay.
Thank you.
These are support for many people. Surely your words will be a support for a lot of people, and many people. You have to spread this message wherever you are. You have to spread this message. That's enough.
Thank you so much. Thank you. If you ask Father, the very moment I see my result, I take the picture and send it to him. He was the first person that sent that picture. He doesn't know me. He never talked to me. But I did it because that's where I get what I get me to pass. I was been doing this with confusion, everything when I'm listening, and I just do it. Sometimes I just pick something. The way the tricky things he told us, those clues, pay attention to the topic sentences help. Sometimes you don't even understand what they're saying, though. You don't really understand them. Or because sometimes it's very fast, before it's time to reasoning, they already finish. You understand? I just look and say, oh, Father told me, let me just look at this question. You read the question and ask yourself, in a normal life, how does this work? If this, let's say now I'm doing something on my own, that is what I follow. And that's exactly what Father has been telling us. Sometimes in normal life, forget all this number A, B, they will give you something, that's what you're supposed to do at the hospital or with the clinic or with the doctor or something. That's what you need. And like that I told you about osteoarthritis, just pay attention. Anything surrounding osteoarthritis, that's what we pick. There's one I saw that someone said the option was like lack of finance. I'm thinking, what is that associated with osteoarthritis? Lack of finance. But if you listen to what they say, that's what we pick because they say something about finance at the end, as if the person, because of osteoarthritis, he doesn't have money or something. But I reason that what does that connect with osteoarthritis? I have to think for anything, something that symptom or any complaint or any disabilities. I picked those ones, and it came out that I passed. So I believe that's what really helped me. But so it was great though. It was great. Like as I mentioned earlier, me, I did it over 15, getting to 20 times. So if they can hear that, they can know that your passion is your passion. You understand? And like some people sometimes say some people are going for the medical school because of money. Sometimes not because of money. Sometimes because of what they like to do. Okay, for example, I myself, I already own a lot of debt in the medical school because some organization, I'm here in US and they paid for me. Now, if I couldn't continue, I do something else. What does that mean? That means I wasted those years. So my advice to anybody that have been doing it is to continue. Look at the right way to study like what I did now, because if I did not come across you, I might still struggling. But think back and say, what am I doing wrong? What's the main issue that be causing this problem? Am I studying the right thing? So for example, I have a couple of people, two people, one girl and a guy from Lebanese. The other guy is from India. They have not passed. I've tried to reach out of them. I sent message, but I haven't get their reply because we met at New York twice and they still haven't passed. And the other guy is I forget his name, from Lebanese and a guy. So we met twice already, twice. And after that, we spoke on phone. I tried to reach them and they should come because I don't think they are in your program. I tried to reach them to try and check your program online. I even send them your name and also send the phone number for the Telegram and the WhatsApp. So, but one of them have reached back to me, said I will check it out. One have not reached back to me. So the main point is, if you have not passed, that doesn't mean you're not going to pass. The problem with people having is money, because this involves a lot of money a little bit. It's not because I'm already a nurse, I'm working. So it's really challenging to be paying almost twice a month, $500. So it's really challenging. But if you have a miss, I would advise you to not give up. Yeah, because OET exam is not as hard as step 1 and step 2. Just the trickiness, just that is a tricky thing. And the English part, because we, like mostly I say, we are not come from, we people that did not come from English speaking country, find it a little harder in English part to read, to the reading and also the writing. Yeah, but at the same time, if you use the right tools to study, like anybody can come across the father's study, I believe the person will pass.
Hi, brother. My name is Arya Anand. First
Okay,
of
nice
all,
to meet you.
thank you very much for sharing your experience with Eduskills International. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. And as my friends discussed before, like you can share this to many of the aspirants, like many of the OET students, so that they can learn without money. Money is actually a big issue, no? So we can share with them. Definitely they can learn without even paying a single rupee. So thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Very welcome. Very welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, idea is very good. Yeah, techniques is very, very good for OET. Because what the problem I discover is that some of us tend to, our mind go higher than what we think. You understand? He gave us the basic thing they need. You don't need to be a PhD to do this. You understand what I'm saying? Those small things, that's what I started applying. I said before what I do, I read the whole text. Before I finish reading, maybe like 3 minutes. Yeah, but now once I see that, just pay attention. What did they ask you? I look for that in it. Even though I abandoned the first paragraph, second paragraph, but even if at the bottom paragraph, I will go there. And that's what get me where I am today. Thank you.
പുള്ളി എത്രയാ മടക്കിയെന്ന് മനസ്സിലായോ? ഡോളറിൽ പറഞ്ഞത്
10 into 80 എന്ന് പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. 10,000 into
$10,000. $10,000 മിനിമം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ 8 lakhs OETക്ക് മാത്രം ആ മനുഷ്യൻ. അതായത് ലക്ഷങ്ങൾ കടമുള്ളത്. നഴ്സിംഗ് മുഴുവനും കടമെടുത്താ പഠിച്ചത്. പുള്ളിയുടെ ആക്സെന്റ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കിട്ടാൻ ഇച്ചിരി ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടി കാണും. അപ്പൊ അതിന്റെ ആ സന്തോഷം ആ പുള്ളി കാണിക്കും. പുള്ളി 16 പ്രാവശ്യം എഴുതിയെന്നല്ല മനുഷ്യൻ പറയണേ. 16 പ്രാവശ്യം. ഒന്ന് ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്കിയേ. പുള്ളിയുടെ പ്രോസസ്സിംഗ് എല്ലാം ആയി സ്റ്റെപ്പ് 2 റെഡി ആയിട്ട് ഇരിക്കുന്നിട്ട് ഈ 2 വർഷം പുള്ളി കിടന്ന് സ്ട്രഗിൾ ചെയ്തു. അപ്പൊ ആ മനുഷ്യന്റെ മനസ്സ് നിറഞ്ഞുള്ള അനുഗ്രഹമൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ കുടുംബത്തിനൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ അറിയാണ്ട് ദൈവം തരും. ഒരു മനുഷ്യനെ ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്കിയ ഒരു മനുഷ്യന് ഇത്രയും ഒരു പവർ വേണമെങ്കിലേ 16 പ്രാവശ്യമൊക്കെ എഴുതാൻ. മറ്റേ ആളെ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ, ഡോക്ടർ അങ്ങോട്ട് 20 പ്രാവശ്യം എഴുതിയേ ആളുടെ മെസ്സേജ് ഞാൻ കാണിച്ചില്ലേ. ഒന്ന് ചിന്തിച്ചു നോക്കി അവരുടെ ഒരു അവസ്ഥ എന്താണെന്ന്. ഡിസപ്പോയിന്റ്മെന്റ് എന്തായിരിക്കും ഓരോ പ്രാവശ്യം റിസൾട്ട് കാണുമ്പോഴേ. എങ്ങനെ ഇമ്പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടതെന്ന് അറിയത്തില്ലല്ലോ.
പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് തീരുന്നില്ല.
അതെ. ആ പുള്ളിക്കാരന്റെ ആ മെസ്സേജുകൾ ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്തോണ്ടിരിക്കുക. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ പെട്ടെന്ന് നോക്കിയേ. അതായത് 37 മെസ്സേജ് ഞാൻ നോക്കുമ്പോ 37 മെസ്സേജ് വായിക്കാൻ കിടക്കുന്നു. ആരാത് പോലും എനിക്കറിയത്തില്ല. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ ഒത്തിരി പേര് ഇങ്ങനെ നമ്മുടെ കഷ്ടപ്പാടിന്റെ ഫലം അനുഭവിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ആയിരക്കണക്കിന്. ഇത് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ ദിസ് എഫക്ട്സ് ഇറ്റേർണിറ്റി. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ ഈ കഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്നതിനൊക്കെ എത്രയോ ആൾക്കാർക്ക് പ്രതിഫലം കിട്ടിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കും കാലാകാലത്തേക്ക്. നമ്മൾ ഈ ലോകത്ത് നമ്മുടെ ഇൻഫ്ലുവൻസും നമ്മുടെ ഓർമ്മയും ഇല്ലാതാകുമ്പോഴാണ് നമ്മൾ ശരിക്കും മരിക്കുക. നമ്മൾ മരിക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ആരും മരിക്കുന്നില്ല. മഹാത്മാഗാന്ധിജി മദർ തെരേസ ഒന്നും മരിച്ചിട്ടില്ലല്ലോ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പോലെ ഇത് നിങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ ഓർമ്മയ്ക്കായിട്ട് അവിടെ കിടക്കും ഈ ചെയ്യുന്നതെല്ലാം. എത്ര പേര് മോട്ടിവേറ്റഡ് ആവുന്നു, എന്തോറും പേര്. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ ഒന്ന് ചിന്തിച്ചു നോക്കിക്കേ. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അനുഭവം ഉണ്ടോന്ന് അറിയത്തില്ല. തോറ്റവർക്ക് അനുഭവം ഉണ്ടാവും, അല്ലാത്തവരൊന്ന് ചിന്തിച്ചു നോക്കിക്കേ. ആ മനുഷ്യൻ എന്തോരം സ്ട്രെസ് അനുഭവിച്ച് കാണുമെന്ന്. അതായത് പുള്ളി പറഞ്ഞത് പുള്ളിക്ക് നിക്കക്കള്ളി ഇല്ല, വേറെ ഓപ്ഷൻ ഒന്നുമില്ല. പഠിച്ചെടുക്കുക എന്നല്ലാണ്ട് ഓപ്ഷൻ ഒന്നുമില്ല. കാരണം മെഡിക്കൽ സ്കൂളിൽ മുതൽ നഴ്സിംഗ് സ്കൂളിൽ മുതൽ അമേരിക്ക പഠിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയാലോ നഴ്സിംഗ് പഠിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ കാശ് എത്ര വേണമെന്ന്. ഈ നൈജീരിയക്കാരും ലെബനീസും ഒക്കെ ഭയങ്കര കഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്ന മനുഷ്യരാണ്. ഈ മനുഷ്യനിപ്പോ ഇത് പറയുന്നതല്ല. ഈ മനുഷ്യൻ ഈ നഴ്സിംഗ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് വേറെ എന്തൊക്കെയോ പണി ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടാവും, കഞ്ഞി കുടിക്കാനും ജീവിച്ചു പോകാനുമായിട്ടേ. പുള്ളി മെസ്സേജ് ഇട്ടായിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ ഡു യു ലൈക്ക് ടു ജോയിൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോ പുള്ളി ഐ എം ഫീലിംഗ് വെരി ട്രൗസി ബട്ട് ഐ ഡോണ്ട് മൈൻഡ്, ഐ ക്യാൻ ജോയിൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. വെരി ട്രൗസി എന്ന്. അതായത് പുള്ളി 12 hours ഡ്യൂട്ടി കഴിഞ്ഞ് അങ്ങോട്ട് വന്നാ. പക്ഷെ പുള്ളിയുടെ പറച്ചില്ല അതൊന്നും തോന്നിയല്ലോ. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത് നമുക്ക് പലപ്പോഴും നമ്മൾ അറിയുന്നില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒത്തിരി പേർക്ക് ഉപകാരപ്പെടും. അത് നമ്മളൊന്ന് ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്കിയേ. വേറൊരു തെറ്റിദ്ധാരണ ഇതിനകത്ത് മാറേണ്ടത്, അമേരിക്കയില് നഴ്സിംഗ് മുതൽ പഠിച്ച, അമേരിക്കയില് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് സ്പീക്കിംഗ് കൺട്രിയിലെ നഴ്സിംഗ് പഠിച്ച 13 വർഷം അവിടെ ജീവിക്കുന്ന മനുഷ്യന് OET പാസ്സാകാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല. UK എനിക്കറിയാം. ഇവിടുന്ന് പോയിട്ട് അവിടെ പഠിച്ചാൽ മതി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് സീനിയറായിട്ട് പോയ പുള്ളി 18 വർഷമായിട്ട് ഇതുവരെ പാസ്. നമ്മുടെ പലരുടെ ഒരു വിചാരമുണ്ട് അവിടെ ചെന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മൾ ഇമ്പ്രൂവ് ആവുമെന്ന്. ഒരിക്കലും ആവില്ല. OETക്കുള്ള കോമ്പറ്റൻസി ഒരിക്കലും ഒരിടത്തും പോയാലാവില്ല. പക്ഷെ OETയുടെ കോമ്പറ്റൻസി കിട്ടിയാൽ അവിടെ ചെല്ലുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ശരിക്കും ഷൈൻ ചെയ്യും.
നമ്മൾ വിചാരിക്കും വെച്ചാൽ അവിടെ ചെന്ന ആ ലാംഗ്വേജ് ഒക്കെ കുറച്ചുകൂടെ ഒക്കെ അറിഞ്ഞു കഴിയുമ്പോഴത്തേനും നമ്മൾ OET പാസ്സാവും എന്ന് ചിലപ്പോൾ വിചാരിക്കുമായിരിക്കും.
നമ്മൾ എഡ്മിനിലൊക്കെ ഇരുന്ന് ചെയ്യുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇതൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് കൃപയായിട്ട് വരും. ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ ഞങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ ജീവിതത്തിന് ഒരർത്ഥവും ഇല്ലല്ലോ. ഞങ്ങളൊന്നും കാശുണ്ടാക്കുന്നത്. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു ഈ മനുഷ്യനോട് ചോദിച്ചാൽ ഇപ്പൊ 1 ലക്ഷം രൂപ ഇപ്പൊ വേണമെങ്കിൽ തരികയല്ലേ?
സത്യം.
കണ്ണു അടച്ചു തന്നാൽ മതി. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ ഒരിക്കലും അത് ചെയ്യില്ല. കാരണം എന്താണെന്നറിയോ, നമ്മുടെ ആ മൊത്തം ഇതേ മാറിപ്പോകും, ആ ഫോക്കസേ മാറിപ്പോകും. അതേസമയം ഇപ്പൊ ആരെങ്കിലും പാർട്ടിസിപ്പൻസ് കൂടി എന്തെങ്കിലും ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ ചിലപ്പോൾ സമ്മതിക്കും. പക്ഷെ പൈസ ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഒരിക്കലും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരാളെ സഹായിക്കണം എന്ന് വേണം പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മൾ സമ്മതിക്കും. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ നൈജീരിയയിൽ ഇഷ്ടംപോലെ പാവങ്ങളുണ്ടല്ലോ, സഹായിക്കൂ. അപ്പൊ അവര് സഹായിച്ചു തുടങ്ങുമ്പോൾ അവർക്ക് അതിന്റെ സാറ്റിസ്ഫാക്ഷൻ കിട്ടും, അവർക്കൊരു ആനന്ദം ഉണ്ടാകും. അപ്പൊ അവർ കൂടുതൽ സഹായിക്കും. അതേസമയം നമുക്ക് പൈസ അയച്ചു തന്നാൽ അവർക്കൊന്നും കിട്ടിയില്ല. എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ചെയ്തു എന്നൊരു ഫീലിംഗ്, ഒരു സാറ്റിസ്ഫാക്ഷൻ കിട്ടും. പക്ഷെ അതൊരു സന്തോഷമുള്ളൂ, ആനന്ദം ആകുകയില്ല, ജോയ് ആകുകയില്ല.